And let me tell you today about Tsavo. Now, not Tsavo the way you know us. If you've seen our buildings, that's good. If you've lived in our apartments, that's good. If you've invested with us, that's good. But Tsavo is just not that. We are the bold who change the world. We have bold characters. We have bold Tsavorites who go beyond the measures of what is proven to be possible. And so you have seen the life of Tsavo. The last 8 years, we have shaken the world of real estate. We have gone into the market and just, made what seemed impossible possible. We have brought affordable investments here in Kenya. From as little as 30,000 a month, you can actually own an apartment within Nairobi. Who thought that could be possible? I mean, growing up, we all knew real estate ni ya wale wa juu. Sisi tunajenga ka home ownership. And so we have made that possible. We have shown you that lifestyle can be a different perspective, that you're just not letting into our apartments, but you're getting into a community where you will become something great. And of course, when we start this journey of being great and being bold who change the world, we want you to be part of it. As we celebrate these 8 years of existence, we want you to be part of it. We want you to shake the boundaries and actually make things greater by being bold, and be the bold who change the world. I am Martha Inyuma. We are the bold who change the world. We have bold characters. We have bold Tsavorites who go beyond the measures of what is proven to be possible. And so you have seen the life of Tsavo. The last 8 years, we have shaken the world of real estate. We have gone into the market and just, made what seemed impossible possible. We have brought affordable investments here in Kenya. From as little as 30,000 a month, you can actually own an apartment within Nairobi. Who thought that could be possible? I mean, growing up, we all knew real estate ni ya wale wa juu. Sisi tunajenga ka home ownership. And so we have made that possible. We have shown you that lifestyle can be a different perspective, that you're just not letting into our apartments, but you're getting into a community where you will become something great. And of course, when we start this journey of being great and being bold who change the world, we want you to be part of it. As we celebrate these 8 years of existence, we want you to be part of it. We want you to shake the boundaries and actually make things greater by being bold, and be the bold who change the world. I am Martha Inyuma, and we are the bold who change the world.
A very good evening to you wherever you're tuning in from. Karibu sana Tsavo. Tsavo, we are a real estate investment company, and we are passionate about financial independence, retire early. And welcome to our Wednesday webinar. And today we'll be talking about adapting technology and how Tsavo is adapting to technology. And before we go any further, let's bow our heads for a word of prayer. So Lord, we thank you for this evening. Thank you, Lord, for the opportunity to share our knowledge and wisdom to our investors. I pray even as we share, I pray that it shall be of help to us. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
So my name is MC Benbig with the Classic Man. I'm a fire partner here at Tsavo, and joined here is a very interesting young man. So I'll allow him to introduce himself.
Thank you for the invite. My name is Alfred Maina. I am also a fire partner within Tsavo, and I'm glad to be here for the second time.
Oh, it's always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Yeah, so just to keep us up to speed with what is happening in our community, the groundbreaking for Tsavo Premier has, we did the groundbreaking for Tsavo Premier last week, and here are some of the highlights of what was happening on that side of town.
I declare this land broken in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Everybody say amen.
Hello again, Tsavorites. So we are here, Tsavo Premier, Tsavo in the city, one of our best locations so far. And in terms of passive income, this is where you need to be. So 1 month, and we have all the units sold out. So I think this is one of our greatest achievement. Many more to come. And we would like to encourage you, if you haven't started your journey towards financial independence, please do so. Yeah. So remember, FIRE is financial independence, retire early. Yeah. So as passive as what? As passive as Savo.
Yeah, I think this is amazing, and we are really grateful to God to be here. Of course, we didn't think we would be here in the city now, but we're grateful that God has opened this opportunity, that we are just a few minutes from Westlands, a few minutes from Ngara and CBD literally. And you can live here and walk to your place of work without having to take matatus or Ubers. So yeah, we are very, very grateful for this location. And we're also grateful that we believe it's not the first and last, but we'll have more similar locations coming. So watch this space. I'm very sure very soon there'll be something else again around this kind of location. And all this is just God's doing. So we are very, very grateful. Our investors love it. I mean, this has been the fastest selling project, fully sold out in a month. Yeah, fully sold out in a month. So everything about this is just tick, tick, tick. And to be honest, as I was saying, it's truly a new frontier for us. So we are happy. We are happy that you investors accepted this. You've taken it well. And our prayer is that we will deliver, that we'll do a good job, that truly, truly we will be good stewards of the trust that you and even God has given us here in Savo Premier.
My name is Abigail Wahome. I'm an architect in training, and I'm a part of the team that is going to be working on Savo Premier. I'm feeling very honored, but at the same time feeling very challenged. But I'm glad we started the whole process with a prayer, Psalms 91. I believe our team will do a really good job. We have a really great leader, and we'll be able to come through for the investors, for Savo as a whole, and just watch out for this space.
Tumejaribu mengi kufikiria, even when we decided we wanted to do something. Hata kuna a project that we had even put on the table. Drone, had paid to Kalipia Council, professionals approved. I think we had an approval for 12 floors. Then we were promised another 2 when we break the grounds. Na tukawa tumelipa na professional fees and all that. But somehow, maybe that's not the way God wanted us to go. Those are some of those things that are not said.
Wave your hands, shout out.
Wonderful, wonderful. As you have seen, we had an amazing time breaking ground for Savo Premier. It is one of our best-selling projects so far, and we're really grateful to God and thanks to you, our investors, that we're able to do this. Just diving straight into our conversation today, we began this conversation about technology and investments, because it is quite, tech is something that most people don't want to look into. And as we were preparing, there's a quote that I came across, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on it.
All right.
It's by Bertrand Russell. He says that most men would rather die than think, and many actually do.
That's so deep. That's so deep. But coming to think of it, it's dying in that little aspect of not wanting to adapt to what is coming new, not wanting to take up new challenges. And I think in not a literal sense, it's wanting to just stick with what you have, but and in technological sense, as we said last time, it's an ever-evolving wheel, and you will go with it whether you like it or not. It's going to drag you, so you better be on the wheel or behind it. Yeah. So yeah, I think it makes actual sense. Who is any of it?
The man who made this quote is called Bertrand Russell.
Bertrand Russell, very wise man, very wise man.
Yeah, so I think it talks about you see in the space that we are in, technology is something that will keep on evolving.
Sure.
And from our last week's conversation, it was about how technology is the creation of man. Anything that man has created to actually make his life better.
Yeah.
And just a recap, in case you missed our webinar, you can check it out. The link will be shared in the description below. The conversation began from where man began. So we looked at how man, fire was actually a technology that man invented.
Yes.
And then walking through the years up to now, where now we have a lot of complex technology, including AI.
Yeah.
And so I think we left the conversation from, we looked also into some of the ways an investor can actually use technology to, you know, to budget, to plan their investments, to track their investments and such things. And today I wanted us, we get deeper and to understand how is Savo
For sure.
adapting to technology. And now this comes from the word an investor is interested in investing with us, all the way till when now they're able to earn their passive rental income.
Definitely.
And maybe to just get started, what are some of the ways that we have been able to adapt to technology, given that you're a man who sits in the information technology of Savo, in that seat? How has Savo been able to adapt to technology in regard to onboarding an investor?
Definitely. I think that's a good question. Definitely a good way to start, as we're saying, all the way from you are interested to becoming to investing with us and investing in Savo, all the way to you earning your passive income and to actually getting to your financial independence, and all the way from your interest in us. You will probably reach out to a fire partner, or a fire partner reaches out to you, and of course, nobody gets sold with the first interest. You will probably say that you're just window shopping. So how does that fire partner is that fire partner able to keep track of the conversation that they're having with you? Or you are busy at a certain time. So we have use of a very, very robust customer relationship management system, a CRM system, whereby you're able to pick up your details from the very start. The fire partner that you're already conversing with is able to keep up the conversations that you're having. The question that you may have, we're able to find answers for. You might not be available at a certain time, and you're promising that so maybe let's talk at a certain time, like now, next week. So how does someone keep track of that? You don't want someone who you like a fire partner that. Then I forgot to call you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I forgot to call you.
Yeah.
So you're able to keep track with that. And Sawa, you are interested. I think I'm now sold and I want to buy a particular unit. So how do you do that? How do you book a particular unit? You do not have cash upfront. So with the help of that CRM, you're able to do such a booking whereby you have a particular apartment, let's say a very new baby here, Savo Premier, in a particular apartment. This is what I really want to purchase, but let me get my funds right in a few days and I'll get back to you. So no problem, let me book it for you and you'll find it available in the next few days.
Yeah.
And that, with the help of that particular CRM, you're able to for the partner to be able to book it for you. Once you get your funds right, this is a particular point where you've already given out your details, your KRA pins, your IDs or passport numbers, and we want to securely store it for you. These are not easily, you don't want these documents lying around. So with the help of this CRM that we're using, we're able to securely store that for you and use those particular documents to create the leases and the agreements, the sales agreements for your units. I think now all the way to you onboarding, now you're ready to pay, isn't it?
Yes.
So this is a point where I think now we're going to the financial side, where we do not want you to just from wherever you are bring money to us, in cash, or you having to write checks and put them, come with them to the office,
Yes.
or send them by post. I barely even know our post office address, but I'm sure that exists. So how do we go about this? And
Yeah.
so we've leveraged digital payments.
Yes.
We've leveraged digital payments, and by that it is bank-to-bank accounts, bank-to-bank transfer. Sorry, we use of the mobile payment, mobile money transfers, and I think right now specifically what is new for us and that we've adopted is the use of virtual accounts. So you're not in a place where you want to remember your account, the account that you want to send to, even a bank account that you want to send to. So how do we leverage that? We're using virtual accounts, courtesy of our banking partners.
Yeah.
Which virtual accounts in a real sense is you get a virtual account that you're paying to. It's generated. Its details are generated by the building code that we will have for a particular unit. Give or take 50-50. By you being onboarded, remember earlier, a server rate number was assigned to you. So you'll have a prefix that is a building code, and the suffix being your particular server rate number. So with that, you already having a virtual account, a virtual place where you don't have to remember all the banking units, all the banking details. For a particular apartment or a particular building. But with those prefix and suffixes put together, we're able to easily make payments from your phone all the way to us, and you're able to you're able to make that payment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's slow down a little. So you said from the onboarding, because we have seen so many scenarios.
Sure.
Just going back a little, that you guys are supposed to buy a piece of property, for instance, and then this property has been booked by so many people, and you don't know which is which.
Yeah.
So I think I really love the idea of having a customer, a CRM, because now it will help us sort out the things which are chaotic that are not supposed to be there.
For sure.
And it makes it easier for the customer to really enjoy their journey in such a way. I know I have booked a unit, and so that unit remains to be mine until the time
I make payments. Yes.
Yeah, I make payment. And it's interesting now that you're talking about the Savorite number. Maybe can you tell us who is a Savorite? Before now we hear a Savorite number, who is really a Savorite?
I think a Savorite ideally it's you, it's me, it's anyone who benefits from within Savo, anyone who serves you as an investor. So it's anyone that is within that life cycle ecosystem that is Savo. So that is us as that we sat here. Our investors themselves are Savorites. Our residents are Savorites. So I think everyone whose goal is around financial independence, to me, is a Savorite.
Yes.
And so ideally, with the moment you're able to transact with us, you're able to get that particular Savorite number that you can use in and around to make your experience as unique as possible.
Yeah. So now you mentioned that now from the point where you have talked to the fire partner, you have come to site, or even you have seen photos or even interacted with the fire partner in whichever way, and now thanks to technology, for people who are in the diaspora, they can be able to have virtual site visits with the fire partners, etc., etc. And so now you are at the point, now you're paying for the unit. So this is where you're talking about you being assigned a Savorite number that is very unique to your particular unit.
Yes.
You can carry on, sir.
All right. Yeah, so for sure, the Savorite number is unique to you. And you look at a scenario where you probably have an investment in our latest baby, that is Premier, and our second youngest baby, which is Divine, Savo Divine. So how do you ensure that you do not, make payments that, you do not make mistakes when doing payments? So as you're saying, these are a particular place where, courtesy of our banks that we partner with, have given us that particular technology around virtual accounts, where you do not have to cram the banking details of a certain account. You don't need to know, when sending payments, you need to know the name that you're sending to. You need to know the bank account details or even the bank branch.
Yeah.
So what do you need to do? All you just have to know is what's the banking, what's the building code, that I want to make payments to.
Yeah.
And that forms your suffix. So it's usually a 4-digit number for us. And what is my initial sovereign number that I got when making a booking? It's a 6-digit code. So once you have that, that are easily within the emails that we're able to send to you, you will use that as the account number to make payments.
Yeah.
I think that enables you to ensure that I have made the payment around Savo Premier, and I've made a payment around Savo Divine, and I can clearly see wherever that is. And
So then that means now we have from the conversation we were having last time about people, if you needed to transfer money, you'll use the post office.
Yeah.
And now there's technology like mobile money transfer. So is that part of the things that we have integrated into even the payment for the investor to just make the payment?
Definitely. So I think and once you make that payment, you want to ideally know that the money hits our account and your investment is secure and you're continuing to build up on it. And so right now we also have the financial systems that we're using within our place, within our company, whereby it's by use of an ERP, and by ERP to just break down that it's like a one-stop shop for managing for money-related processes. Yeah?
Yes.
So ideally, you've made a payment and you want a receipt. So these are an automated thing that is quick, very quickly that we're able to confirm that you've made payments around it, and you get your receipts instantly, and it's able to tally up towards your investment.
Yeah.
So, and within it, you'll find, if you want to pull a statement around what is the history of my payments.
Yes.
That is also being done by courtesy of our ERP. You want a reminder around, the monthly payments or that you're going to make. So these are the invoices that have been sent. So that is also being done courtesy of it. And with the help of it, we're able to automate quite a number of processes within that financial aspect that you as an investor can be able to easily and quickly get information about your investment.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
So before we go any further, I think we can check what some of the comments that we have. And please, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. And I can see Andrew Atito with the fire emoji, Cynthia Cheruto, the fire emoji, Sam with the fire emoji, Sabina Musembi says, Amen, moving forward, backward, never. Keep it up. Andrew Waitito says, so excited about Premier. I think it is from the video that was playing. Andrew Waitito, I believe he has invested there, and that is why he's so excited.
For sure.
I see Erika Mnagu saying, good work. Welcome back, Erika Mnagu. I hope some of the questions that you asked last time, we'll be tackling them in this session. I can see Nduru Gideon saying, great work, Savo. I'm a new investor at Savo Premier. I know that my money is in safe hands. Truly, 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 your money is in safe hands. He also says technology and investments is an interesting conversation. Just wondering what's the newest thing that Savo is doing in terms of tech that no other real estate in Kenya is actually doing. I think these are some of the things that you will get to know even as we continue this conversation. But please make sure if you have any other questions, please feel free to bring the questions on. Yeah, so you talked about the ERP system and how it is able to sort everything relating to investment. So what are some of the key things that the ERP system will help me as an investor to actually know? How does it help me as an investor? Because the whole conversation is tech has to sort us, and it needs to also sort the investor.
Definitely.
So how does the ERP sort the investor?
All right. I think as I had explained earlier, it's all about any money processes. That is what it's there to do. And so we've been able to customize it in such a way that all the way from your first payment to your subsequent payments to you ending completing any payments around your investment, that it's able to manage that. So whether it's you getting reminders, in terms of invoices, getting receipts once you make payments, getting statements that are able to tell you that this is what I have paid and this is what I am remaining to is my remainder in terms of the payments. So for an investor's sake, I think that money management is courtesy of us. I think just to ensure that your investment is safe, it's greatly helping us in that aspect.
Yeah, because now I think it does help, because sometimes what if you paid and we never tell you, by the way.
You can pay for a unit and a half, for a unit you never booked.
For a unit you never booked.
Yes.
True. So from that conversation, we have come from now, the investor has booked the unit, and you see we're in the business of selling off-plan projects. So we sell and then we begin to build.
Yes.
So now we come into the space, because now the investor will be making payments, and this money goes toward the construction of the building, of that unit. And just to mention that Savo, we do not borrow money. Everything that we build with the money that you commit to actually to pay for that unit.
Definitely.
Because it's about financial independence. Yeah. So now from there, we are now hitting ground. What are some of the ways that we now get to use technology, especially when we begin building?
Definitely. I think you've mentioned one key aspect around our model, where we're talking about the off-plan model. So this is a model whereby you're able to have designs around a building, so that before it's even the first stone is put on the ground, we're able to visualize your unit. You're able to visualize the whole building, and see whether it's going to be it. And that means, and if you also remember the clip that was shared a bit earlier, we had one of our architects for Savo Premier talking about how they're part of that team, and this is such a way. And what has been able, what the likes of Waitito have been able to do is to visualize these units, and how are they able to do that? I think it's use of the architectural softwares and systems whereby proper renders are made that you're able to visualize this building on paper or on screen even before it's put on the ground. So, and it's also helps us know, as you've rightly said, that we do not go for loans. What would make us go for loans is if the money that you're using for construction is not enough. So how are we able to keep track of that? We are able to visualize using these particular systems that these are the materials that will be used, so this is the amount that is going to be used, and so your money that you've put in terms of investments is what is going to be used to construct it in the period that you've put up for sale and all the way to completion. So that is what is helps us, as I think, ideally ensure that you're able to see this building and you're able to see as it goes, and as of course as we continue with the site updates that investors receive weekly, you're able to actually see that yes, this building is taking shape from all the way from how it was in the architectural designs.
Yeah, so that you don't get, we see funny shapes of buildings, and you wonder even where do you get in?
Yeah.
The unit is the shape of a trapezium, and
yes. What do you do with a pentagon of a building? What I paid the square foot. Yeah, for sure.
Wow. I think it's very profound that you mentioned about the costing bit of it, because now the use of technology to know by the way this is what is going to cost us, and given that we are also in the business of building
affordable housing,
we need to find ways in which we can use technology that is robust, even for the materials, and something that will ensure that our buildings are able to last longer and we're able to build faster. Because at the end of the day, I think we are the developers who are able to construct within a very short period of time. That we tell you, by the way, if the construction period is, let's say, 30 months, we're able to deliver that project
Within
on
the
time.
months, yeah.
So I don't know, is there more to the technology that now we adapt, especially now from ground up? We've talked about the architectural designs, we've talked about the costing and budgeting. What about the other?
Yeah, for sure. You know, you've already visualized this thing on paper and on screen, and so where does Premier go from there? How do you ensure that within the 30 months or 36 months that we put up is what you're going to do? So technology is going to enable us in terms of, in quite a number of ways. So number one, look at it in terms of the particular systems that we have inside, the particular machines that we have inside. We are going for proper machines that are able to ensure that we work quite efficiently, we work quite quickly. Machines do not tire. You know, probably what they just need is a little bit of diesel and they continue. We are looking at construction mechanisms and technologies whereby this brick and mortar, how about we have it as brick and mortar by the time it's getting to our sites. But at the same time ensuring that the building is as robust as it is. So those are the kind of things that we are ideally using during construction. And also, before I forget, the proper project management tools whereby we said that as of a certain time, this is where we want to have got and be able to keep track that this is the remainder of the building, and this is what we are waiting. And as I was saying, especially in terms of that budgeting, that we do not want to come back to you and tell you that you need more money to complete your house. How are you able to do that? So budgeting all the way from our ERP system and all the way to construction, all the way to making sure that materials delivered to site are what they are, courtesy of Value Innovation and Value Innovation Department, which is a procurement team where they are using technology to ensure that they are able to get affordable but very robust and very good quality, which is all what we're all about. So we are getting to that point where the 36 months are over, and we've given you a very good building, and you as an investor, you've completed your payment and you want to start earning rent. So how do you ensure that it is passive, that it will last and it will get residents all the way? People always have that fear around old buildings, but how do you ensure that this building is almost eternal? So it's us enabling and ensuring that we are able to build smart apartments. So by that I mean we are putting in technologies within this building that are futuristic. So and quite a number of ways, whether it's in the security systems that we use. We want to ensure that residents are feeling secure there, and that's a place for them to stay. You are having access control that you're able to distinguish between visitors and guests and residents themselves. And even you as an investor, once you're coming in, we are able to now have to ensure that these utilities that we are using within the building, that is the water and electricity, that we're able to manage and not just let those running costs go high, whereby we're going to ensure that it's proper energy management, by using sources of electricity that are now going to ensure that they're going to make us our cost become very high. Yes, we want it to be in a place where you're able to not charge the resident. I'm sure in most places you will find a place where you're living and it's your caretaker coming to give you a receipt telling this is the number of units that you're using with a rate of a water rate that you don't even know how they came up with, but it's in terms of smart water utilities and smart electrical gadgets that we ensure that building lasts. So that is I think ideally what we're using, and we're continuing to adapt with the new builds that are coming up to ensure that we're able to ensure that that passive income really remains a passive income for years.
Yeah, I think that is very interesting, especially looking into the future and talking about tech and how we want, because tech is anything that makes life easier.
For sure.
It just hit me that sometimes the way we have come, technology has caught up with us, that we don't appreciate things like the kind of windows that we have. You know, you see the design of our buildings, from the lighting of the house, literally in just the building, leave alone the gadgets that we add,
for sure,
and such things, the facades that we have. They all add up to making sure that life is easier for the person who is also living in that unit. And we are almost coming to a close, and there's the future. There's the future, especially of the building or the construction industry, and also the future of Tsavo in regard to where we want to get to make everything easy for both the investor, because the investor's dream cannot be achieved if there's no there's no rental income, or there's no resident living in that apartment. So when you look into the future, what are some of these things that you see that this is the direction that we are headed in terms of adapting technology that will make it both easier for the investor and for the resident, and even basically for Tsavo, so that we make sure that this dream of passive rental income becomes a reality?
Definitely. I'm foreseeing a future whereby we are using quite a lot of artificial intelligence, whether it's in decision making, whether it's in construction, whether it's in property management. You know, you want to probably be at a place where I can easily tell that your unit has a resident and they're present, and this is the time they came in, and you as an investor come in and you're able to see that, that without actually visiting. I'm foreseeing a very, very near future where you do not even really need to go to your fire partner to ask for updates or anything around payments.
Yes.
It's all going to be convenient in that space where you are able to almost selflessly walk into, as if you're walking into a shop, window shopping, selecting what you want, and you purchase, and you're able to manage, and you start getting your rent all from the comfort of your home. So I think in that regard, we'll probably just tell the investors to watch this space. Yes.
Yeah, and I think there's already, a question or something. I see Finn is saying, there are any technological advancements that we should expect to anticipate in the building sector? So I think that is what, these are some of the things. Someone here says, in addition to the common areas, is renewable energy like solar going to be an option in current or future units?
It is already current, and as I was saying, it's something that we've adapted in the very last few buildings, and we're going to actually adapt in our from the very first buildings that we have, to just ensure that we do not increase service charge, for just as increase in energy costs go up. That already is in play. That already is in play.
Wow. I think also maybe in addition to that, some of the principles that guide us here in Tsavo is for us to even adapt technology. We really need to understand what need do we have, because at the end of the day, we don't want to they say garbage in, garbage out.
Yes. Technology for technology's sake.
Yeah, we just don't see this is good technology. Let's adapt it. We want to adapt technology that is actually going to sort out some of the problems that we have and actually make life easier. There's a concern by one of our investors, Andrew Waitito. He says sometimes he doesn't get the statements regularly. Yet for lifestyle they are quite consistent. So I think maybe he wants maybe just an understanding of how maybe the CRM ERP system maybe works. Maybe you can highlight just a little.
So when we are working in tandem with our banks, you will find that sometimes we might be at the mercy of how soon they're able to confirm to us that payment reflects, and that is mostly usually, when in case there is a delay, that is where that particularly happens.
Yeah.
We are looking towards ensuring that we are in very good, we're in cahoots with our banks, that they're able to give us confirmation of payments almost instantaneously.
Yeah.
And as I was saying, by use of these technologies of the bank giving us, and we're almost becoming early adopters in the new tech that they bring on board, to ensure that the likes of Mr. Itito and all the other investors are able to get, confirmation about their payments almost instantaneously as well.
Yeah. So I think that I hope that answers your question, Mr. Andrew Itito. And I think with that, this is Cyber Security Awareness Month.
Yeah, for sure, October it is.
What is even cyber security, my friend? It seems like it's something for the nerdy people. And
yes. I think simply put, it's all these things all these technologies that we're talking about. As we said in the last webinar, it's both the good, the bad, and the ugly. And if you can see, 2 out of 3 of those adjectives are the negative. So how do you ensure that you who is doing good in it is secure? How do you ensure that you are safe in terms of your systems, in terms of your data, in terms of what you own that is virtual? So that is what cybersecurity is all about, as it entails how to ensure that you're secure, how to ensure that you're safe. And I think particularly this month, it's a global kind of, it's a global awareness, whereby we particularly use October as a way to ensure that cybersecurity is not an IT thing. It's not, us and my team that, we are talking about. You use technology out of the office. So how do you ensure that you yourself are secure out of the office as you are inside? So we're going to use this month to ensure that everyone is aware that they are their own first line of defense, against anyone who is on the evil side of technology.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is quite interesting. So that is basically to mean that provided you're using tech, anything is possible.
Definitely.
So you just have to be aware of the things which are very much possible.
For sure.
So I think now we have one part which is pending, and I see time is far much gone, and there's a lot to be said about the dangers of using technology, the things that you need to look out for. Because some people have tried to scam me before, and if I didn't know what I knew, maybe then I would have given out my PIN details and such things. Even logging. I've had you several times talking about if you get an email from this person saying ABC and D, how do you check so that you're not being hacked? And we have had cases where even big financial institutions here in Kenya. I think it is one of the most recent, happenings that banks were hacked and etc. So I think it will be nice to really dive, because now where money is involved, those are dreams of people, and we really need to look into some of the dangers of using technology. And so thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
I hope now next time as we dive into the dangers, people will carry a pen and a paper to really understand and to grasp as much as they can.
For sure. Maybe time is running out, and I think we can use the next webinar to be able to talk about and to make everyone aware about the simple things that you need to do and the simple things that you need to stop doing to ensure that you are safe, your money is safe, your data is safe, and you ideally are safe.
So what are your parting shots?
I think just in terms of what we've discussed today, just know that we as Savo are committed to ensuring that we use technology to make your financial independence secure and lasting. It is us, knowing that we need to harness technology to be able to ensure that we that it's not just about the brick and mortar. It's more than that. It's more data. It's more of insights. And I think ideally, just to as a preamble of next time, it's how do you ensure that it is lasting and it's also secure. So yeah, I think that's a parting shot for today.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Alfred, for joining us. Yeah, so thank you so much. I think there's a comment before we. I think it's the last one. So we've seen big corporations being attacked and hacked. How can we best protect ourselves? How is Savo protected? These are some of the questions that we'll get to answer in our next webinar. So please make sure that you don't miss out on our next webinar. And before we go, we have a new project which is coming up. So also stay tuned, be in touch with your fire partner to just get to know how to get started. And if you have not started your fire journey yet with Savo, please make sure that you visit www.savo.ke and also get in touch with us across all our social media platforms. That is at savo.ke. And remember, we have an affordable payment plan, which is the zero deposit, where all you need is just take the price of the unit and divide it across the time period that you wish to pay, up to 5 years. And so with that, have a blessed night and see you in our next webinar. Bye-bye.
I declare this land broken in the name of the Father and of the Son and the Holy Spirit. Everybody say amen.
Hello again, Savorites. So we are here, Savo Premier, Savo in the city, one of our best locations so far. And in terms of passive income, this is where you need to be. So 1 month and we have all the units sold out. So I think this is one of our greatest achievement. Many more to come. And we would like to encourage you, if you haven't started your journey towards financial independence, please do so. Yeah. So remember, FIRE is financial independence, retire early. Yeah. So as passive as what? As passive as Savo.
Yeah, I think this is amazing, and we are really grateful to God to be here. Of course, we didn't think we would be here in the city now, but we're grateful that God has opened this opportunity, that we are just a few minutes from Westlands, a few minutes from Ngara, and CBD literally. And you can live here and walk to your place of work without having to take matatus or Ubers. So yeah, we are very, very grateful for this location. And we're also grateful that we believe it's not the first and last, but we'll have more similar locations coming. So watch this space. I'm very sure very soon there'll be something else again around this kind of location. And all this is just God's doing. So we are very, very grateful. Our investors love it. I mean, this has been the fastest selling project, fully sold out in a month. Yeah, fully sold out in a month. So everything about this is just tick, tick, tick. And to be honest, as I was saying, it's truly a new frontier for us. So we are happy. We are happy that you investors accepted this. You've taken it well. And our prayer is that we will deliver, that we'll do a good job, that truly we will be good stewards of the trust that you and even God has given us here in Savo Premier.
My name is Abigail Wahome. I'm an architect in training and I'm a part of the team that is going to be working on Savo Premier. I'm feeling very honored, but at the same time feeling very challenged. But I'm glad we started the whole process with a prayer, Psalms 91. I believe our team will do a really good job. We have a really great leader and we'll be able to come through for the investors, for Savo as a whole, and just watch out for this.
Tumejaribu mengi kufikiria, even when we decided we wanted to do something. Hata kuna a project that we had even put on the table. Drone, had the bid tukalipia council, professionals approved. I think we had an approval for 12 floors. Then we were promised another 2 when we break the grounds. Na tukawa tumelipa na professional fees and all that. But somehow, maybe that's not the way God wanted us to go. Those are some of those things that are not said.
I know who